What if the most powerful detox tool available to you isn't a supplement or a juice cleanse, but something you probably have in your bathroom right now? I'm talking about a dry brush, and today we're breaking down the science of the ancient Ayurvedic practice of dry brushing. I'll be walking you through a 30-day timeline so you understand exactly what's happening beneath your skin. If you've never heard of it, Ayurveda is India's traditional system of natural medicine and has been utilizing this practice for over 5,000 years. By the end of this video, you'll have a whole new appreciation for your skin. So stay with me because the results are truly going to surprise you. Let's start with something most people fundamentally misunderstand about their own bodies. You probably already know that the liver is the master filter. Everything you eat, breathe, or absorb gets processed through the liver first. But the part that most people miss is that the liver doesn't work alone. All the toxins it filters out need to leave the body through the 4 channels of elimination, which are your kidneys, your colon, your lungs, and your skin. Think of them as the 4 exit doors of a building. If 3 of the doors are locked, then everything gets backed up at the one door that's open. Your skin is the largest of these 4 exits, covering about 22 square feet of surface area on an average adult. Every single day, your skin is designed to release waste through sweat, cellular shedding, and its natural oils. The problem is that modern life blocks these exits. Synthetic clothing suffocates the skin, antiperspirants literally plug the sweat glands, and sedentary lifestyles reduce circulation. The good news is Ayurveda has been ahead of the curve for millennia. The word for this practice is Garshana, and it simply means dry massage. It's typically prescribed as a morning ritual for what Ayurveda calls a kapha imbalance. Kapha is one of the 3 fundamental energies in nature, and therefore in the body. It's primarily made up of the elements of earth and water. When kapha is in balance, you feel grounded, stable, and calm. When it's out of balance, you feel heavy, sluggish, congested, and your body holds on to fluid, fat, and waste. Sound familiar? Garshana was the prescription because it stimulates circulation, clears stagnation, and wakes the body up. Modern science has now confirmed this ancient practice. Studies show that mechanical stimulation of the skin activates lymphatic drainage, increases blood flow, and accelerates the shedding of dead skin cells. So let's track what that actually looks like in your body day by day. On day 1, if you've never done this before, you're going to be shocked at 2 things. First, how sensitive you are. And second, how red it turns your skin. Don't panic about the redness. That's not irritation, it's vasodilation. Your blood vessels are expanding and blood is rushing to the surface. Your skin, which may have been running low on circulation for years, is suddenly getting a signal that says, "Wake up, there's work to do." By days 3 through 5, something subtle but important starts happening below the surface. Your lymphatic system begins to wake up. The lymphatic system is essentially your body's internal drainage network. It carries white blood cells, clears cellular waste, and fights infection. Here's the thing most people don't know. Your lymphatic system has no pump of its own. Your heart pumps blood, but nothing pumps lymph. It relies entirely on movement, breath, and mechanical pressure. When you dry brush, you're manually pumping lymph towards your lymph nodes, where it then gets filtered and cleared. Studies show that even gentle mechanical stimulation of the skin significantly increases lymphatic flow. This is the first major shift happening in week 1. Your body is starting to drain. By day 7, your skin will feel noticeably softer. The rough patches that never seem to go away may already be disappearing, and some people might notice a mild increase in body odor in the first week. That's not a problem. That's a sign that waste that was stuck inside your body is finally making its way out, and it might smell a little funky until your body recalibrates. Just know this is temporary. Have you ever tried dry brushing before? I'd love to know your experience with it or what's been preventing you from trying it. Let me know in the comments. By the end of week 1, the real work begins. Here's something that often gets overlooked. The skin and the liver are deeply connected. In Ayurveda, we talk about toxic buildup. The word for that is ama, and it accumulates in the body when your digestive fire isn't strong enough to completely process and eliminate waste. The first place ama tends to visibly manifest is the skin. If you suffer from things like breakouts, eczema, or psoriasis, these are all signs of toxic overload in the body. When you dry brush consistently through week 2, you're giving ama a cleaner exit pathway through the skin. When the skin is pulling its own weight as an elimination channel, the liver doesn't have to work as hard. That matters more than most people realize. You see, your liver is also responsible for regulating your hormones, your digestion, and your energy levels. Research backs this up, showing that improving peripheral circulation and lymphatic drainage measurably reduces the body's overall inflammatory load, and less inflammation means a lighter workload for the liver across the board. Now, this next part connects dots that most people would never connect. Around days 10 to 12, people commonly report that their digestion feels different. Specifically, they report feeling more regular and less bloated. This isn't magic, it's physiology. The gentle external massage of your digestive organs stimulates peristalsis, which is the rhythmic muscular contractions that move waste through your colon. Ayurveda has always used abdominal massage for digestive health, and now you know exactly why it works. If you love content that positively changes the way you relate to your body, hit like and subscribe. It helps us reach more people like you. Now, day 14 is the point where something deeper starts to unfold, and it's directly tied to a word you may have heard before: autophagy. Now, you're probably thinking, wait a minute, isn't autophagy a fasting thing? And you'd be absolutely right. But here's the nuance most people miss. Autophagy, which is your body's cellular recycling and repair program, isn't only triggered by fasting. It's triggered by any practice that reduces the body's inflammatory and metabolic burden. And guess what? 2 straight weeks of consistently improving circulation, lymphatic drainage, and skin elimination does exactly that. Here's the mechanics of it. When your lymphatic system is running efficiently, it's clearing out cellular debris, damaged proteins, and inflammatory signals faster. This frees up your cell's internal resources to run their own maintenance programs. 2 weeks of consistent dry brushing gets that system moving, and your cells take it from there. Research on manual lymphatic drainage, which is a therapeutic massage technique, shows measurable decreases in inflammatory markers after consistent application. Dry brushing is essentially a daily home version of that same stimulation. Now, around days 14 to 17, the skin itself starts to look noticeably different. Not just smoother, but luminous. There's a difference between skin that's been moisturized and skin that has improved circulation underneath it. The glow you see is oxygenated blood reaching the surface more efficiently. But the shift that happens in week 3 is where this stops feeling like a chore and becomes something you actually crave. Here's why. People who dry brush consistently report that skipping it feels like skipping a shower. The body recalibrates to expect that morning stimulation, and the nervous system comes to associate it with a state of alertness and readiness. Kinda like that morning cup of coffee, but good for you. A big part of this is what dry brushing does to the nervous system. The skin is the most extensive sensory organ in the body. Stimulating it activates the sympathetic nervous system in a healthy, controlled way. Think of it like a gentler version of a cold shower. It sharpens your focus, elevates your mood, and sets the physiological tone for the day. Studies on tactile stimulation show increases in serotonin and decreases in cortisol with consistent practice. By days 21 to 25, the changes happening internally become more measurable. Circulation to the extremities improves noticeably, particularly for people who deal with cold hands and feet. And here's one that will make you cheer. Cellulite in many people becomes less visible. Not because the fat cells are gone, but because improved circulation and lymphatic flow reduces the fluid retention and fibrous connective tissue buildup that gives cellulite its cottage cheese appearance. Research confirms this is a real physiological effect, not wishful thinking. You're welcome. By day 30, you'll be glowing from the inside out. Your skin will be softer and more resilient, not because of a product, but because it's functioning better. And honestly, that's just the beginning of the benefits you'll start noticing. All from a simple brush. Now, before you tune out, hold up, because technique matters a lot here. Do it wrong and you're just scratching yourself. But do it right, and it's one of the most efficient daily detox methods you can do in under 10 minutes. First off, you'll want to get a natural bristle brush with a long handle. The bristles should be firm enough to stimulate circulation, but not so stiff that they scratch your skin. I'll leave a link to a nice one in the description. Synthetic bristles can be harsher than they feel, and, well, they're synthetic. And the whole point is to detox, not to retox. The keys to this practice are to use the brush on dry skin before you shower and to always brush toward the heart. First, start at your feet and move up the legs. Next, brush your stomach in gentle circles, following the direction of your digestion. That would be up the right side, across the top, down the left, and back across the bottom. Then move to your arms, starting at the hands and brushing up towards your shoulders, and finally finish with your back. The strokes should be firm but not painful, and the whole routine should take anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. It's important to note that you should never brush your face with a body brush. And if you want to do yourself one better, follow the dry brushing with what Ayurveda calls abhyanga, which is a warm oil self-massage. After brushing, massage warm sesame oil into the skin and let it sit for a few minutes before your shower. Follow the same order of application with the oil as you did with your brush. Sesame oil is deeply warming, deeply nourishing, and has been shown in research to reduce inflammation and improve skin barrier function. Together, Garshana and abhyanga form one of the most complete morning rituals in Ayurvedic medicine. One clears, the other restores. One quick note. This is traditionally a morning practice because the stimulation is activating, not relaxing. If you shower at night, try to dry brush earlier in the day. But if that's not realistic, doing it before your evening shower is still far better than not doing it at all. Just don't expect it to help you wind down. The bottom line is this: your body wasn't designed to be passive. It's designed to move, to circulate, to eliminate, and to renew. Dry brushing is one of the simplest ways to give your body what it needs to do all four. 5 to 10 minutes, every day, for 30 days. The evidence is in. If you know someone who could use some stimulation, be sure to share this video with them. And if you're ready to go even deeper into how to work with your body instead of against it, check out this video right here. Remember, longevity isn't luck, it's a lifestyle. Until next time.